Welcome back to the A+ Tutor. Today we're going over the order of operations and how you use the order of operations to solve expressions. The order of operations, you might see this as written as PEMDAS, but it is your parentheses or groupings, exponents, multiplication and division from left to right, and then addition and subtraction from left to right. So what does this mean? Let's look at how we're going to actually use this order to solve an expression. Let's look at a couple of expressions to see how we can use this order to solve the expression. Our first expression is, in parentheses, 3 plus 5 times 2 squared plus 7. So the first thing that we're going to do is look at our parentheses. Step 1 is parentheses. So we'll start with our 3 plus 5 and solve that to get rid of our parentheses. Now we have 8 times 2 squared plus 7. Next is our exponents. We have 2 squared, so we need to solve that before we can continue on. So now our expression is 8 times 4 plus 7. Next, we have our multiplication and division from left to right. So what this means is you're going to read the problem from left to right, and anywhere you see multiplication or division, you're going to perform that operation. So in this case, when we're looking at this from left to right, we have 8 times 4, so we're going to perform that operation. So now this leaves us with 32 plus 7, and our last step is addition and subtraction from left to right. So anywhere we have addition or subtraction as we're moving from left to right, we're going to perform that operation. So all we have left is addition, and 32 plus 7 is 39, which means the value of our expression is 39. Here's another expression you may have. 5 plus 2 times, in parentheses, 3 squared minus 1. So again, our first step is our parentheses, and our parentheses are 3 squared minus 1. Anytime we are working in our parentheses, we still have to apply order of operations to everything within that grouping. Within our parentheses, we have 3 squared minus 1. We need to apply our order of operations on this grouping. We don't have another set of parentheses, so we don't have to worry about that. We do have an exponent, so 3 squared is equal to 9. So this now becomes 9 minus 1. We don't have any multiplication or division, so we don't have to worry about that. Next is our addition and subtraction from left to right. We do have subtraction, so we'll perform that operation, and 9 minus 1 is equal to 8. So now we have 5 plus 2 times 8. We don't have any exponents in this expression, so we move on to our multiplication and division. Next, we do our multiplication and division from left to right. So as we're looking from left to right, we have 2 times 8. 2 times 8 is 16. So this becomes 5 plus 16. We don't have any more multiplication and division, so we can move on to our addition and subtraction. From left to right, we only have addition, 5 plus 16, and this is equal to 21. We don't have any subtraction, so we're done, and the value of our expression is 21. Let's evaluate some expressions using the order of operations. 40 divided by 4 minus, in parentheses, 5 minus 3. So first we'll start with our parentheses. We have 5 minus 3, and that is equal to 2. So our expression now becomes 40 divided by 4 minus 2. We don't have any exponents, so we can skip that. Next, we have multiplication and division from left to right. Moving from left to right, we have division, so we're going to start with that. 40 divided by 4 is equal to 10, so now we have 10 minus 2, and we don't have any more multiplication or division, so we can move on. Then we have addition and subtraction from left to right. Going from left to right, we have 10 minus 2, which is subtraction, and that's equal to 8. We don't have any more operations, so this expression is equal to 8. In parentheses, 6 minus 4 times 49 divided by 7. So again, we'll start with our parentheses. 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. So our expression becomes 2 times 49 divided by 7. We don't have any exponents, so we can skip that. Next, we have our multiplication and division from left to right. So as we're moving from left to right, we have both multiplication and division. So we'll start with our multiplication. We have 2 times 49, which is equal to 98. So now we have 98 divided by 7, and now we'll perform our division, and 98 divided by 7 is equal to 14. So you always want to make sure you're moving from left to right. In this case, we had multiplication first, division second, so we'll perform those two operations. If we had it in the opposite order, then we'd want to do it in that order. So the value of this expression is 14. 7 plus 10 times 5 plus 10. In this expression, we don't have any parentheses and we don't have any exponents. So we're going to start with our multiplication and division from left to right. Moving from left to right, we only have multiplication, so we'll do that operation, which is 10 times 5, which is equal to 50. So now we have 7 plus 50 plus 10. We'll do our addition and subtraction from left to right. We only have addition, so we'll just add across. 7 plus 50 is 57, plus 10 is 67. So the value of this expression is 67. In parentheses, 6 plus 25 minus 7 divided by 6. So we'll start with our parentheses, which is everything within that grouping. We need to do 6 plus 25 minus 7, and we need to perform the order of operations on this grouping. So we don't have any additional parentheses, we don't have any exponents, we don't have any multiplication or division, so we have to perform the addition and subtraction from left to right. We first have our addition, so 6 plus 25 is equal to 31. So now we have 31 minus 7, and 31 minus 7 is 24. So 6 plus 25 minus 7 is equal to 24. Now we have 24 divided by 6. We'll go back to our order of operations. We started with parentheses, we completed that. We don't have any exponents, so now we do have our division. So we're in our multiplication and division from left to right. So 24 divided by 6 is equal to 4. That's our last operation, so this expression is equal to 4. 45 over 8 times, in parentheses, 5 minus 4 minus 3. So when we look at this expression, we see it's a big fraction, and we see that long division bar. So whenever we have everything on top and everything on the bottom, those are groupings. Whatever is on the top of this fraction bar is one group. Whatever's on the bottom is one group. So we can rewrite this as 45 divided by 8 times 5 minus 4 minus 3. So it's divided by all of that. And we still have to perform order of operations here in order to solve this and get the correct value for this expression. So we'll start with our parentheses or groupings, which is that entire denominator, the way that we rewrote it. So we have 8 times 5 minus 4 minus 3. We have another set of parentheses within this, so we have to do that first. 5 minus 4, that is our subtraction, so that is equal to 1. So now this means we have 8 times 1 minus 3. Next, we'll do our multiplication and division. We have multiplication, so we'll do 8 times 1, which is 8. Then we're left with 8 minus 3, which is our subtraction, part of our last step of addition and subtraction. We'll do the subtraction, and 8 minus 3 is 5. So now we've solved that entire grouping that went in our denominator of our fraction. And so we can perform now the division that is left. 45 divided by 5 is what we're solving, and 45 divided by 5 is equal to 9. So the value of this expression is 9. In parentheses, 2 plus 6 times 2 plus 2 minus 4, close parentheses, times 2. So, looking at our order of operations, we have to do everything inside that parentheses, also following the order of operations. So first, we're going to do multiplication and division from left to right. So we have 6 times 2. 6 times 2 is 12. So now we have 2 plus 12 plus 2 minus 4. Next, we're going to do addition and subtraction from left to right. We have addition first. So 2 plus 12 is 14 plus 2 is 16. So we have 16 minus 4. Then we'll do our subtraction. 16 minus 4 is 12. So everything within that parentheses is equal to 12. That means we have 12 times 2 for our expression. We don't have any exponents, so we'll do any multiplication and division from left to right. We have multiplication. 12 times 2 is equal to 24. So the value of this expression is 24. 8 times 15 over 5 minus, in parentheses, 5 plus 9. So start with our parentheses. We have 5 plus 9. 5 plus 9 is equal to 14. So we have 8 times 15 over 5 minus 14. We don't have any exponents, but we do have multiplication and division and going from left to right. So going from left to right, we have 8 times 15 over 5. 15 over 5 is one value. So we need to simplify this or solve this before we can do our multiplication. Anytime you see a fraction, you can almost think of that as its own grouping because that is one value. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. So we can rewrite this as 8 times 3 minus 14. Now we can do our multiplication. 8 times 3 is 24 minus 14. Our last step is our addition and subtraction from left to right. We have subtraction, so we'll do 24 minus 14, which is equal to 10. So the value of this expression is 10. And for our last example, we have 8 over 5 minus 1 times, in parentheses, 3 plus 6 times 3. So we start with our parentheses, which is 3 plus 6. But if we remember from a couple examples ago, when we had that fraction, we could rewrite that as a grouping. And even in the last example, we saw that we had our 15 over 5, which we rewrote as 15 divided by 5 in parentheses. So we can rewrite this the same way here. 8 over 5 minus 1 becomes, as a group, 8 divided by the entire denominator, which is 5 minus 1. So we have to group that in parentheses. So we have two sets of groupings or two sets of parentheses that we need to simplify first. So let's start with our larger grouping. 8 divided by 5 minus 1. Within that, we have another set of parentheses. 5 minus 1, that's equal to 4. So we have 8 divided by 4, which is 2. For our other set of parentheses, we have 3 plus 6, and 3 plus 6 is 9. So that means we have 2 times 9 times 3. This brings us to our multiplication and division from left to right. We only have multiplication, so 2 times 9 is 18, times 3 is 54, and the value of this expression is 54. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned something. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure that you subscribe. If you have any topics that you'd like for me to review, leave them in the comments below. See you next time.